We're diving into Stalker 2: Heart of Chernobyl, but before you dive in, let's break it down to see if it's truly worth your time. In Stalker 2, you step into the shoes of a character named Skiff. The game kicks off with a midnight mission into the Zone, a desolate and deadly area surrounding the Chernobyl nuclear power plant. Your initial goal is simple: charge a powerful artifact using the strange energy of the Zone. But as you might expect, things don't go as planned. You're ambushed, left for dead, and stripped of almost all your gear. From there, the story opens up. While there's a main quest that involves tracking down the stalker who betrayed you, you're free to explore the Zone however you want. And trust us, there's a lot to explore. This world is massive, filled with abandoned towns, eerie forests, and ruins crawling with danger. The freedom to carve your own path is one of the game's strongest points. Survival is the heart of Stalker 2. Everything in the Zone is out to get you. Whether it's other stalkers, terrifying mutants, or the environment itself. Ammo, medical supplies, and food are scarce, so every choice matters. Do you spend your last few bullets on a fight, or do you avoid enemies and save those bullets for later? That constant tension keeps you on your toes. Combat is a big part of the game, and it's as brutal as it is satisfying. Human enemies are smart and deadly, often flanking you or pinning you down. A well-placed headshot can drop them instantly, but don't expect to breeze through firefights. Your weapons can jam, and bullets don't always go where you aim, adding a layer of realism that's both frustrating and rewarding. When it comes to mutants, the encounters are terrifying but not as engaging. These creatures, like the invisible bloodsuckers with their tentacle-filled mouths, are spooky but tend to be bullet sponges. Fighting them feels less strategic compared to battling human enemies. Then there are anomalies, strange environmental hazards that can kill you in seconds. To get through them, you'll need to toss bolts to reveal safe paths or risk running straight into danger. They're tricky, but they add an extra layer of challenge to exploration. The Zone in Stalker 2 is massive and incredibly detailed. Every location feels unique, and there's always something to discover, whether it's a hidden stash, an abandoned camp, or a quest giver in need of help. The open world isn't just for show. It's packed with opportunities for exploration and rewards for those who take risks. For example, you might stumble upon a town where scavengers hang out. Here, you can pick up jobs like tracking down a stalker who owes money or investigating a stash of valuables. But don't expect these tasks to be straightforward. On one mission, you could find yourself negotiating with bandits, making tough moral choices, or even taking out enemies with a scoped rifle you found along the way. Every job feels different, adding to the game's replayability. One of the standout features of Stalker 2 is its focus on choice and consequence. The Zone is a harsh place, and sometimes you'll need to make morally questionable decisions to survive. Maybe you'll betray an ally to get ahead, or maybe you'll help someone in need even if it puts you at risk. These choices shape your journey and make the world feel alive. For instance, during one quest, you might decide to help a stalker escape from enemies by braving a radioactive cave filled with mutants. It's a risky move, but the reward could be worth it. Or you might choose to side with a powerful faction, knowing it could make enemies out of others. The game lets you play how you want, and your decisions often have lasting effects. The Zone isn't just a backdrop, it's a character in itself. The desolate landscapes, eerie sound effects, and sudden weather changes create a sense of dread that keeps you on edge. Whether you're creeping through an abandoned factory or sprinting to avoid a mutant pack, the atmosphere is always immersive. You'll feel the weight of the Zone with every step. It's important to mention that Stalker 2 isn't perfect. The game's development has faced challenges, and as a result, some rough edges are noticeable. There were bugs like enemies getting stuck in objects or quests not triggering properly. These issues can be frustrating, especially in a game where every resource matters. The developers have promised to polish the game before launch, but given the history of the Stalker series, some level of jankiness is to be expected. If you're a fan of the series, you might overlook these issues, but newcomers might find them off-putting. To wrap it up, Stalker 2: Heart of Chernobyl shows a lot of promise with its immersive world, intense combat, and tough decision-making. But keep in mind, these impressions are based on the demo and early reviews, so things might change by the time the full game launches. If you're a fan of survival games or the original series, it's definitely one to keep on your radar, but maybe wait for launch day feedback to see how it all comes together. If you're new to the Stalker series or just want to dive deeper into the world of the Zone, make sure to check out our next video where we take a closer look at the entire Stalker trilogy. We'll explore the unique gameplay of each title, and how does this classic series hold up today? Click the link right here to watch the full breakdown. Trust me, you won't want to miss it.